بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم إن الحمد لله نحمده ونستعينه ونستغفره ونستهديه ونعوذ بالله من شرور أنفسنا ونعوذ بالله من شرور أنفسنا ومن سيئات أعمالنا من يهده الله فلا مضل له ومن يضلل فلا هادي له وأشهد أن لا إله إلا الله وحده لا شريك له وأشهد أن محمدا عبده ورسوله. السلام عليكم ورحمة الله وبركاته. الحمد لله رب العالمين. Inshallah, today by the will of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, we will continue our dars, which is Sunan or Adab al-Siyam. The last lesson that we took yesterday, we mentioned two things. The first one was as-suhoor, to eat the suhoor. That's the point that we talked about yesterday. Today, inshallah ta'ala, the second point is ta'khir as-suhoor. يسن للصائم تأخير السحور لحديث أنس عن زيد بن ثابت رضي الله عنهما قال: تسحرنا مع النبي صلى الله عليه وسلم ثم قام إلى الصلاة فقلت: كم بين الآذان والسهور؟ قال: قدر 50 آية. رواه البخاري. It is a sunnah of our Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam that we eat the suhoor late, close to the Fajr time. When he says that eating suhoor is a sunnah and is a barakah, it does not mean that you eat your suhoor at 11 or midnight to go to bed. That's not a suhoor. If you get an extra reward for eating the suhoor, you get another extra reward to leaving your sujood or getting your suhoor close to the Fajr time. Close to the Fajr time. For example, if Fajr now is 4 o'clock, if Fajr is 4, you can eat the suhoor until 3:30 or 3:45. At least you put 15 minutes between the Fajr and the suhoor time. The normal time for the Fajr now is at 3:45. We know most of the time the masajid, they took at least 15 minutes people to come together and pray. So, you don't say, okay, Fajr time is 3:45, then I'm going to stop at 3:44. Don't do that. You might fail until a mistake and eat after the Fajr. Make sure you always put a different little bit time between your suhoor and the time of the Fajr. But if an accident happened, you were late, then you eating, they call the azan. As-salatu khayru minan nawm. As-salatu khayru minan nawm. And you heard azan while you were still eating. The food that's still in your mouth, you can continue to swallow them, but don't take another one. Don't take another one. Don't say, okay, he just start calling the azan. Before he finish, I can finish my coffee or I can finish my drink. No. But the one you have in your mouth ready and muazzin say Allahu Akbar, Allahu Akbar, you can just continue and do what? Drink that or eat that, but you don't take another one. Zayd bin Sabit, may Allah be pleased with him, say that the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam, after he finished eating the suhoor, then he stood to make a nafila prayer before the Fajr. And he says, between the stopping the suhoor and until when he stopped the salah, there were about 50 ayats of recitation of the Quran. And these ayats was not very tall, not short. Prophet ﷺ was narrating very slow, and he was narrating very fast. So he put a little bit different, a time between stopping the suhoor and praying the Fajr. It is a sunnah that you eat until the last time before the Fajr. But when we say that for a Muslim, you always have to be careful that you don't get it too close. Like some of us, when we finish eating, we have a bottle of water on the table, watching the time. When 1 minute finish, we're gonna start eating. We're not supposed to do that. If you can, at least give a 10-15 minutes before the prayer. It even advised when you finish doing your suhoor, if you can pray few rak'ah nafila before the Fajr is good. But if you can, falillahi alhamd. Right? And there's another hadith where he sallallahu alayhi wa sallam said that if one of you fasting, that you don't stop from the first azan until the second azan. Ibn Maktoum used to call the azan, and Bilal used to call azan. That we're not supposed to stop eating until we hear the azan of Bilal. So the azan of Ibn Maktoum is to wake people, and the azan of Bilal is to let us know that it's the Fajr, which means it's giving us the time, a large time to eat close to the Fajr. So we always take ihtiyat. Then after this, it is a sunnah again, which is the next point, ta'jil al-fitr. Ta'jil al-fitr. Yusunnu lis-sa'im ta'jil al-fitr. It is a sunnah for you if you are fasting, that when it's time to break your fast, you have to rush, hurry up to do that. Once you notice that it's time to break your fast, or the muazzin start calling azan Allahu Akbar, make sure you hurry up to break your fast. By doing that in few seconds, that's another reward for you added to your fasting. And at the first time, same time, you are doing what? You are doing the sunnah. Right? Our mothers, they might be busy in the kitchen, cooking and preparing food for you. And it's time to break the fast. They don't even do it, they're busy. Then after they set up everything, 5 minutes, 10 minutes, they're going to break their fast. They're not doing the sunnah. If you know you're busy right now, and the time is getting close, get a bottle of water next to you, or you take a date next to you. Once you notice that it's time, put in your mouth to break your fast, and continue to do what you have to do. Then you get the sunnah of this, and you get a blessing and the more reward. And also, even here, when it's time, don't delay it. You serving people food, you asking people, do you need a water, do you need this? Make sure the first thing that you do, you have a date in your mouth first. Then you break your fast. After that, when you're ready to sit down to eat your meal, then you eat your meal. But you have to make sure when the muazzin call the azan, it is a sunnah that you hurry up to break your fast. We have to remember that. Sahal bin Sa'd, radiallahu anhu, is a Sahabi. Anytime we mention the name of Sahabi, we have to say, radiallahu anhu. If you mention Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam name, we have to say, sallallahu alaihi wasallam. If you mention any other prophet's name besides Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam, what do we say? Alayhi salatu wassalam. Alayhi salatu wassalam. From Adam all the way down to Prophet, alayhi salatu wassalam. If it's a plural, alayhi mussalam. When you mention Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alayhi wasallam. When you mention the Sahaba, radiallahu anhu. When you mention the scholars, after until today, like let's say at-tabi'in, those who come as the Sahabas. Sahabas is someone that witnessed Prophet sallallahu. He lived at the same time of a prophet. Then he took his shahada, he became a Muslim, and he died as a Muslim, and he saw the Prophet sallallahu. That's a Sahabi. But someone did not see the Sahabi, but someone did not see Prophet sallallahu, but he saw someone who can say that I see Prophet. Like a Sahabi, right? He saw Prophet. Prophet passed away. You see a Sahabi, and this Sahabi see Prophet sallallahu. You are a tabi'i. You are a tabi'i. Now you can be proud of yourself. I did not see Prophet, but I saw someone who saw Prophet with his eyes. You are tabi'i. So when we mention their name, what do we say to them? Someone with not see Prophet, but he saw someone who saw Prophet, a tabi'i. What do we say to them? Sallallahu alaihi wasallam or radiallahu anhu? Allahumma gfir lahu, radiallahu anhu, and what else? Rahimahullah. Only Sahaba you allowed to say radiallahu anhu, because Allah said it in the Quran, in one of the short surah. Anyone remember that? Let's say from Sabi to Nasi. Allah also mentioned them, right? That's why it's not allowed. It's not allowed. It's not part of the Sunnah. What happened between the Sahabas, don't talk about it. That's not our business. Yeah. The scholars, they don't play with that. Anything happen between them individually and something like that, arguing, fighting, we're not supposed to talk about it. Unless we are in the class, we talk about it and go. Right? Because all the Sahabas, inshallah, they all get in the Jannah. Because Allah says in the Quran, وَالسَّابِقُونَ الْأَوَّلُونَ in the Quran. Allah says in the Quran, رَضِيَ اللَّهُ عَنْهُمْ وَرَضُوا عَنْهُ. He, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, He is pleased with the companions. Right? But you see today some people, they curse the companions. They curse the companions. They curse the mothers of the companions. They curse the mothers of the believers today. And they're calling themselves Muslims. And if they bring a bid'ah, you as a Sunni, you want to do it. You want to do it. They call Aisha that Aisha is a Zaniya, subhanallah. Subhanallah. And they still, it's not like they say it before, they want to step back. They're still in their position today. They call Abu Bakr a thief. Kusunu. Umar, same thing. All the Sahabas. Yeah. So, as you claim to be a follower of Prophet Muhammad, you have to watch. And those are the people, their scholars or their grandfather bring a maulud here and you do in maulud. They cursing the Sahaba Prophet Muhammad. They are the one who start doing the maulud and you are doing it, telling us that you are Sunni. What kind of Sunni you are? What kind of Sunni you are? We have to be careful. Prophet ﷺ, when he was at a bed about to die, he called the Sahabas and advised them. He called the Sahabas. No, Jawatenke, Allah So we have to be careful. That's why the scholars say, you want to get the knowledge, get it from the proper person. If you get the garbage, you get the garbage. So we have to be careful. So now, let's go back to the dars. Ta'jilul Fitr. Remember, prophets alayhimus salam, Muhammad sallallahu alayhi wasallam, companions radiallahu anhu, oredanda rahimahumullah. Rahimahullah, if for someone who died. How about if we have a scholars now, the one who's leaving, do we still have to say rahimahullah or what? You mention a good scholar's name. You say rahimahumullah or rahimahullah. How about if someone who's leaving? You mention, your sheikh name, your scholar name. What do you say to him? Hafizahullah. Hafizahullah. If he's still living, Hafizahullah. If he passed away, rahimahullah. If he's a companion, what? Radiallahu anhu. If he's a Prophet Muhammad sallallahu is sallallahu alayhi wa sallam. If he's the Anbiya, alayhimus salatu wassalam. So, la yazalu nas bi khairin ma'ajjal fitr. Rawahu Bukhari wa Muslim. Prophet sallallahu said people are going to continue to live in the peace if they continue to hurry up with al-iftar. And the last point is, when we do iftar, He sallallahu alayhi wa sallam has chosen some food for us that we have to do iftar on them. You can just, when Imam Allahu Akbar, you can just jump on toe to eat it now. You're good, but you're not doing the sunnah. What do? It started with a fresh date. If you have a fresh date, you break your fast with it, right? You have a fresh date, you break your fast with it. If you don't have that, a regular date that we have on the table, you break your fast with it. If you don't have it, just water. Hasa hasawatin min al-ma. Even if it's a one sip, you take that, then you drink your coffee or anything. By doing that, you get another extra reward because you are doing the sunnah. If you take a hot tea to break your fast with it, it's okay. But the reward that you're supposed to get by breaking your fast in the tamar, you miss that. So you make sure that you have a date. When it's time, you break with that. Some of us don't like a date. It's okay, just take a water. Hasa hasawatin min al-ma. Hasa hasawatin min al-ma. So inshallah, we're going to start with the time. But the thing is, all this is adab. It is an extra reward, around the fasting that Muslim now supposed to let it go. You have to take it. And the last one, you make sure you make a dua, right? You make dua. When you break your fast, it is a time that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala accepts the dua. You make dua for yourself, your two parents, all Muslims, inshallah, and you ask Allah to accept your fasting, Allah to give you Jannah. Anything you know, which is good for you, ask Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala will give it to you. So inshallah, we'll stop here. I have a question. Subhanakallahumma wa bihamdika, ashhadu an la ilaha illa anta, astaghfiruka wa atubu ilayk.
Yeah.